Okay, and welcome to everyone else that's on the webinar today. My name is Jason Babington. I am the Director of Midnight Illusions and also Project Lead for the DUX Local City Guide. Really excited to be holding this webinar with you guys today, sharing all sorts of information on sharing your story on social media and beyond. So I'm just going to load up a presentation here. We'll walk through the presentation and I'll just make comments as we go. Here we go. All right, I'm just going to turn off my video while the presentation plays. Okay, so today we are on a webinar about digitally sharing your story beyond social media. And what we're going to do over the next 30 minutes or so is we're going to introduce the company, tell you a little bit about ourselves, then we're going to explore various social media story sharing strategies that are available to you across the various social networks out there. After that, we're going to introduce our brand new system, which we're very excited about, called DUX, your local city guide. And in the end, we will open it up to questions, which we will answer via the chat. So as we're going through the presentation, if you think of a question, you have something you want more details on, just make a note of it in the chat box, and we'll review it towards the end of this webinar and answer your questions then. So first, just a little bit about our company. So we're Midnight Illusions. We've been around for over 20 years in the digital marketing space. We're based in Guelph, and we specialize in a variety of application development services for a large variety of clients. Now, we've been developing mobile apps since 2012, which seems like forever ago. Back when the iPhone 3 and the iPhone 4 were popular. And we've also been doing websites since 1994. So we bring a lot of experience to the table and a lot of solutions to the table to help our clients address their various digital needs through a website or through a mobile app or through a social media solution. Now, we've had the pleasure of working with a variety of clients, from startups and solopreneurs all the way up to large-scale companies and organizations. We've had the pleasure of working with the City of Guelph, with the Career Education Council. We've also done work with the Guelph Chamber of Commerce. We've also had an opportunity to work with industry leaders in Guelph, such as Linamar and RWDI. We've done really fascinating projects with them. And we've also had an opportunity to work with the University of Waterloo and many others. So it's really great to share this kind of company. We're very proud of these accomplishments, and we enjoy growing as these companies and organizations grow as well. So just before we get started and diving deep into the social media, I just wanted to take care of a couple of social media housekeeping items that kind of tend to fall by the wayside over time as we work with our social media. And the first is making sure that your social media profile is as robust and as complete as possible. You want to make sure this profile is working for you. So on the screen, we're showing your Facebook page that you see when you manage a business or organization Facebook page. And I've blurred out various items that we don't need for the moment. Just want to focus on the settings link towards the top right of this screen. Once you click that, you'll be on a new screen, and you'll see about the third item down, an item called page info in the left column. You click that and you'll find a description that's being shared about your Facebook page for your business or organization. You can add, edit, delete various categories. You can add your phone number, and as you scroll further down this page, you can change a variety of other options, updating your address, more importantly, updating your business hours. So I encourage you to go through this page, make sure everything is up to date and as complete as possible. You also want to do this for your Instagram page and your Twitter profile as well, just making sure that everything is as you want it. And the more complete this profile is, the more the profile can work for you on social media. Now, another helpful tool when you're working with social media and posting is to schedule your life. In this case, overscheduling your social life is a fantastic, fantastic thing. You know, we're all very busy. We all wear multiple hats in our businesses, and social media management takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of time. And if you can make it more efficient and more effective, it frees up time for you to do other things in your business. So in the case of Facebook, you can always schedule a post directly on the interface when you're creating the post in the first place. You just simply enter a post, add the photo, add the video, whatever you want to include in your post, and then you can schedule it to display on a certain day at a certain time. So you can do this, say, at the end of the week on a Friday to schedule your post for the upcoming week. Or if you're more of a Monday kind of person, do everything on Monday morning. Schedule out your entire week. And it's one less thing that you have to worry about during the week. There's also third-party tools that can manage a lot of this for you. You can just Google, social media scheduling, social marketing scheduling. There's a variety of tools, Hootsuite and many others that can help you automate these tasks and post across the various networks. So definitely make sure you overschedule your life in this case. Highly, highly worth it. Highly recommended. Another thing that helps simplify your social media life is to make sure you're cross-pollinating across social networks as much as possible. Now, all the major social networks offer opportunities to duplicate your posts on another social network. So in this case, we're making a post on Instagram, the standard Instagram posting page. You can tag people, tag your location. But as you see further down, if I just flip a switch, this post will automatically appear on Facebook, or it will automatically appear on Twitter. And that just saves me from having to duplicate this post 2 or 3 times on other networks. It's a huge time saver. It works really, really well. Cross-pollination is great. And again, it frees up your time to do other things with your business. Now, one of the most important things about social media and posting and sharing with your followers and with your network is to offer value to your followers. Social value is directly proportional to the number of followers you will attract and maintain in your social media account. And you effectively can sell much more by selling a lot less. You can follow the standard 80-20 rule, which works in a variety of other instances. But in this case, if you allocate 80% of your posts to offering value to your followers, and then the remaining 20% of your posts can be directly related to the sale or a new item you have, a new service you have to offer. Save that for 20% of your posts, then it'll work out really, really well for you. All right. So the kind of posts that you can offer that offer value are items that are directly related to your business that you have, posts that complement your business, that they talk about, experiences around your business, services around your business, information tidbits around a business. This is the kind of value that you want to be able to offer to your followers, and it tends to work really, really well. You will retain them longer, and they'll stay more, and they'll repost and share with their friends. And often people wonder what kind of value they can offer. What kind of things can I post? I kind of run out of ideas to post, and that happens all the time. A great way to deal with that sort of thing is to think of your posts more as themes. And you can think of various themes related to your business or organization. So say 1 week, and these are the kinds of things you can schedule out also. So in week 1, you can have one theme about your business. In week 2, have a different theme. Plan it out on the calendar, get it all ready, and then you'll be ready to go when your week begins. So base your posts on themes. People love it. It's like telling a story. It's a common topic that they can, look forward to as the week progresses, and followers respond to it really, really well. Now, themes and stories work hand in hand together. And, we all have great stories to tell about our businesses, about the people who work in our businesses, about our business partners, and people respond really, really well to the human aspect of our businesses. It's the way that customers feel that emotional connection with us. And they know that we're not just trying to sell them something, we're trying to stay in business, and we do have products and services, but there's this whole other aspect of what we do that we love to share with our businesses. And these days, there's a variety of tools that are directly built into the various social media platforms to allow you to accomplish your storytelling goal and get your story front and center on your users' phones. Now, here we have a couple examples of stories on Instagram. And if you've never posted a story before, I guarantee you by the end of this webinar, you'll be posting stories left, right, and center. You're going to love it. Just trust me. So on the left, we have Fixed Gear Brewing, and they made a recent post about their beer buses back for October 19th, and they put a link to their location down below. Great way to get your message front and center. The beer bus is back. Hop on it and check out the various breweries and don't have to worry about driving. On the right, this is a few days ago, Sweet Violets made a post that had really nothing to do with selling plants or flowers to people. They just wanted to share this beautiful, gorgeous day that they were out and about, and they threw in this funky little chicken. And you can do this sort of animated effects within Instagram. And it just makes your post fun and interesting. Now you can share stories on Snapchat as well. This is the Snapchat logo. I'm not going to get into Snapchat today, as Snapchat is generally geared more towards a younger crowd, a school crowd, high school crowd, personal users. Today, I want business owners and organizations to focus on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So those are the social mediums we're going to rely on and focus on today. Now, another example on the left, Royal City Brewery. Again, they posted something that had nothing to do with beer or microbreweries or the latest brew that they have. They just wanted to share that they got this fabulous bouquet of flowers from the University of Guelph. And it's great. It adds more human aspect to their posts. On the right here, we have Local Love, which I believe is right across the street from Refresh Juice. And they went across, got this fancy new beverage with all sorts of blueberries and fun things on top. They used an effect called boomerang. And again, they made a post. It's a story. It's a video. It's kind of fun. It's interesting and different. And these are the kind of tools you have available to make your posts interesting and engaging with your users. Now, the best thing about posting stories, particularly on Instagram, is that the network works very, very hard to share that story with your followers. So, if you make a standard post, people will see it if they're logged into Instagram or Facebook or Twitter. But if you make a story, the notification about that story appears directly on your user's screen. This is a screenshot from my phone, and Instagram told me that a few of the people I'm following recently added stories to their accounts, and it's encouraging me to go check them out. Social media loves stories. The more stories you share, the greater your exposure, the greater your ranking is on these networks. It's basically like being on Google page one. And who doesn't want to be on Google page one? Now, when you're creating these stories, you have a variety of tools available to you. In this case, we're looking at Instagram, where you take a photo and then you can click an icon, looks like a little happy face, and you can add a location to your story. You can mention other people. You can add an animated GIF. You can even create a poll. If you're a restaurant and you're coming up with a new dessert item, run a poll, see what is your followers' favorites, and then that's what you can use to, inform your next menu item. You can ask questions of your users, which we'll get to in a second. You can count down to an exciting event coming up, have a ranking or rating, quizzes, the list goes on and on. On the right, we have an example from Gilded Cage. And again, she's not mentioning anything about, the clothing items or anything she has in her store. She's just engaging her users. And this is really, really fun. It's just some seemingly random question, but it's really fun and it's engaging. It's different and people tend to remember it. And these are the kinds of things that you can do that are story related with your followers. Now, finally, we have on Facebook and Instagram the ability to go live. And this is where you're basically live and on the air, and anything that's showing on your camera, on your phone, will show to your users. You can run a variety of filters. You can use this for special events or a new product that you've just launched, a new service you just launched. Again, there's a variety of tools to choose from, and just have fun with it. Just play with it. Anything you do, once you're done, it gets saved, it gets recorded, and people can watch it later. And just another way to engage with your users at a high, high level that these social networks love. Now, finally, people often, they get kind of nervous about how often they should post, how frequent. People do a post burst and they kind of run out of steam and it kind of dies out. The most important thing to do is just post regularly and consistently, whether for you that's a couple times a week or once a day or whatever variation works for you. Just keep it consistent. Slow and steady wins. Google loves social media frequency. The networks themselves love frequency. And just keep going. Try not to, don't overthink it. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Just post often and your users will naturally respond. Now we're going to move on to telling stories in a completely different way using a totally new platform, which we're very, very excited about, which we're bringing to Guelph next month. And it's called DUX, your local city guide. Now, DUX is an app-based system that works with storytelling and promotions to engage customers and locals and tourists through augmented reality interface and 2D mapping interfaces. Now, users have access to local cultural items and locations, local tour locations, and local deal locations, and this is all sent directly from DUX to their mobile device. Now, businesses can list on multiple categories inside the system, from cafes, restaurants, shopping, tours, music, nightlife, and more. And the beauty is that businesses can maintain their information in the system 24 hours a day, which is far beyond, what the limitations of flyers and coupons have. Where now, if you had a post on, say, about Thanksgiving and you wanted to promote Thanksgiving, now that that's done, you can change your information to talk about something for the fall or something for Halloween. And once that's done, we can move into November and talk about the upcoming Christmas and holiday season. Any changes you make inside your listing are immediately reflected inside the app. Now, this is our favorite feature about the app. This is the augmented reality mode, and the user has their camera on. We're in downtown Guelph, and you can literally see information, tours, cultural items, and deals and promotions all around you. Now, just note, this is all test data, so don't run off to Sweet and ask them for 10% off, or go to Robusta and ask for a $5 martini, because they won't know what you're talking about. But we just wanted to show how you can literally be walking down the street and information pops up all around you. You have a distance to the location. You can get a little quick information tidbit about the location, and then you just tap the bubble to get more information about the product, the service, the business location, the tour location, anything it is that is displayed inside the app. And it's really exciting. It's sort of like if you've ever used Pokemon Go, you've heard about the whole Pokemon Go craze. This is like Pokemon Go, but for adults. And it allows adults to really find out more about what's happening all around them in downtown, find out more about local small businesses, and really give the businesses an opportunity to share this with their audience. In our 2D map mode, again, we have the blue dot, which would be our current location. And again, we're showing various locations within our radius. The user can turn on and off different categories, and the app updates and reflects accordingly to show the user exactly what they're looking for. And again, they can tap an item to get more info. Once you tap an item, you can see a photo of the location. There's various descriptions, and we also offer links for directions to the location. You can call in case of making a reservation or finding hours, visit them on their website, visit their various social media links, and we also allow the user to share across all the various social media networks and message the location information, send it through email, share it with their friends, and this is how we encourage viral marketing of all this information to friends, family, relatives, locals and tourists, basically any app out there that can send out a message, including to your Tesla car, we can get Duke's information directly into the app. So it's really, really exciting. Now, the way businesses get on board happens in 3 easy steps. Step 1, businesses subscribe to Duke's and they sign up and they enter their business information, their photos, and any deals or promotions they want to share. And when we get businesses online, we help them out with this. We help you do all this for you, because again, we know people have time, are limited by their time. So we help make sure everyone gets on the system as quick as possible. Once your listing is live, it's sent directly to the user's phone, directly through the Dukes app. And any updates that you make, as I mentioned, are shared instantly, again, through the app. Now, the local and the tourist has the app in hand. They find out about your business. They see something interesting that you have to offer, and they go visit you. They stay longer. They spend more. They share your promo with their friends. And the whole system is basically a virtuous cycle between you and your customers. And the more one part of the cycle is fed and encouraged, the more the rest of the cycle is positively raised as well. And it's basically a way to collectively raise up everyone. Now, we're very excited to be partnering with the Downtown Guelph Business Association to get Dukes launched in Guelph. Dukes is our hometown. This is where we want the first round of this software to go live, and we're very, very excited by it. And to this end, we're offering people who are signing up to the Dukes system to become founding members, become part of the Dukes family, and we have founding member pricing available to all potential Dukes users and family members. And I'm not going to get into the pricing structure or any of these more fine details related to Dukes today. We're going to send that out in an email later. We just want to give you an introduction to the system, get you excited to buy it, and see how it's really win-win for everyone. Our founding members win because they get access to this brand new system. The Downtown Guelph Business Association wins because they have this brand new system they're able to share with all their members. Dukes wins because we're able to get more listings and more locations on and grow the system. And the locals and tourists win as well because they have this fancy, fun, amazing new tool that they can work with to find out literally what's happening all around them or downtown, which is a short drive or bus ride away. Now, we will be launching Dukes in Guelph in November. We're actually going to be launching it coinciding with the Santa Claus parade, and we have this whole amazing way we're going to do that, which again, I'll share with you another time through email. I just want to get you excited by it. So between now and the end of October, we're working with the DGBA to welcome businesses on board and have you sign up as Duke's founding members. So again, we'll send out more information about this. We will also be present at the DGBA annual general meeting next week, October 22nd. We'll be on site. You can have a chat with us and our team. You can see the system running and live, and we can answer any of your questions then as well. So to kind of wrap things up, I have 3+1 challenges for you that I encourage you to do by Friday. Number 1, ensure your social media profile is complete. Make sure all those boxes are checked off, make sure all the fields are filled out, and just make sure you have it as 100% complete as you can. Number 2, if you haven't created a Facebook or an Instagram or Snapchat story, any of the social medias, I encourage you to create your first story. And if you've been a story user for a while, you know how the whole thing works, try the new story tool. They're always coming up with something new and interesting. So I encourage you to try those things out, experiment, and just have fun with it. And third today is, if hopefully you found this webinar of interest and hopefully learned something new today or rediscovered something you already knew, and I encourage you to share that something with a colleague, with a friend, with a loved one, show them how it works, try it out yourselves, and just experiment. I'm not a very big fan of whole competition model in the world. I'm much more a fan of the collaborative model. And the more that we can collaborate and work together, the more we can collectively raise ourselves up together. And finally, I encourage you to become a Duke's founding member. Again, we'll send out more information about this later. You can review at your leisure, but we're really excited to bring downtown businesses and local small businesses on board in Duke's and have it launch with a big splash and have you join us in that launch. So later on today or tomorrow, be sure to check your inbox. We'll be sending a variety of goodies your way. First will be a PDF social media guide that basically outlines the majority of what was discussed today. You'll have it in a handy PDF guide that you can refer to later and use as a reference. We've also screen recorded and video recorded the presentation today, and we'll send out a link that you can review it at a later date. We're also going to be sending you an additional bonus PDF on how to make your website look really, really good on mobile. The more and more people that are walking around doing everything on their phone, the more and more important it is to make sure your website rocks on mobile. And this guide will help you make sure that happens. And finally, again, we'll be sending out information about Duke's, and we look forward to welcoming you to our Duke's family. That's everything that I have to share with you today. Now we're going to open up the floor to questions through the chat window that we have. Again, my name is Jason Babington. I'm the Director of Midnight Illusions and Team Lead for Duke's. If you want to get in touch with us, you can visit us on the web at dux.city, send us an email to the guides at dux.city, or just pick up the phone and give us a classic phone call. Phones still work, which is great. And yeah, stay in touch with us. Always happy to answer your questions. We are doing great for time on this webinar. We have another 5 minutes or so, and happy to answer your questions and anything else you want to chat about. So I'm just going to open the chat window here. All right, does everyone have any questions about anything that we discussed? We reviewed social media, storytelling, we reviewed getting your profile up to date, a variety of the tools that are available to you to help share your story with your audience, different strategies that you can use to engage with your followers. We also talked about sharing your stories in a video format, putting in fancy little animated GIFs, and of course we reviewed the DUX Local City guide system as well. So I'll just hang out for a few more minutes now, and if there's any questions, feel free to post it in the chat. If not, as I said, we've screen recorded and video recorded this webinar with you today, and we'll send it out for you to review. And if you missed anything, you can check it out at a later date. So again, my name is Jason Babington. Very, very excited to be sharing this webinar with you today. Had a lot of fun. Thank you very much for everyone that attended today. Hopefully you got lots of value out of it. And yeah, be sure to send us an email, stay in touch, and we look forward to seeing you in the downtown street soon and talking with you soon. Cheers.